Ladies and gentlemen, let's set this show on the road, shall we? I think we shall. Let's move the slide. Let's go over to me, though. There we go. We got chat warming up here. We got the chat relay. Things are showing up. Okay, we got that working. Just want to see that mixer's doing well. I'm trying a couple. Always trying something new here at the David West stream. I'm gonna mute that. Good, that's going well. We got the scary haunted music. YouTube seems to be working. Okay, chat's working, responding. We're good to go, my friends. We're good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's change this music because it is just a horror thing. More murder. Close enough. We'll take this as a win. Okay, get back to the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. My name is David West. I am your game developer for tonight. And it's every Thursday night, but that's going to change. Because I'm here to tell you, this is the last Thursday night stream I'm going to be doing for a while. Because I'm moving them to Tuesdays. That's it. Nothing crazy. Yeah, Stilderfish, how's it going, my friend? Yeah, I'm going to move them to Tuesday nights instead. Still going to do the code stream, but we're going to have content Sunday, Monday, here we go, let's go. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Where Sunday and Tuesday are going to be live stream events. And the occasional Thursday will happen, I'm sure, the bonus streams. There'll be the occasional bonus stream, things like release notes and stuff like that. I want to have an extra day for that. But I think I'm going to be moving it over to Tuesday. We're going to keep the stream going, though. I love doing this. I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing this. Yeah. Because we are continuing on with this content pipeline of things, and we are going to go into some slides right away to talk about the new show that we started last week, which is called In 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. I can't do it just yet. Here we go. Marker. Perfect. Now we can do it. Let's get the slides up. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna get better. There we go. Okay, sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our second episode, second episode of what I call Dev Thoughts with David West. It's pretty straightforward. This show is all about, this little segment I do is a quick 10 minutes on something I've been thinking about for the past week. It's development related, generally game development related, but it could bleed out because, you know, I'm not really just a game dev. I'm on all kinds of dev. But tonight we're going to be starting a 4-part series of some analysis I'm doing, because you got to love the sexy word analysis when you're doing stuff. So we are going to be going over game services analysis. We're going to be doing a 4-part series on this. Tonight's a 4-part one. This sounds so dry, but this is very exciting for me because I love doing this, and I do this for fun. This is what I do. But this is just part 1. And what I'm talking about when game services is I'm talking about analytics, live ops, game service backends, right? Multiplayer server, voice chat. These things that fuel the games we all love and play. So, what we've got here is, that's what I'm kind of looking for, is I've been looking for an analytics platform to leverage inside of Vagabond. So I want to learn from my players, figure out what they're doing, what we can do to make them better, what we can do to make the game more fun, just stuff like that. So, ultimately, you need to have game services for that, and I wanted to review some different platforms. So the ones that came across first of all, I should start with my needs. The things that I'm specifically looking for Vagabond, game analytics, so understanding what my players are doing, being able to have whatever sort of analytical data I want to pull out of it, being able to get that info. Do I have that serial killer music going again? Oh, no, there we go. Good. Just wanted to make sure. And the next thing I want to do is make sure it's cross-platform / engine. I don't like being coupled to a store, a platform, or an engine. I never liked that. That's why I'm a web guy and a cloud guy. I don't believe in being stuck with one platform unless you're 100% sure they're great or they bring you something really amazing to the table that no one else can do. And as far as I can see, in my skill set, there's nothing that all these engines can compete for my time and energy. And last but not least, they have to be exceptionally affordable. For those of you that don't know, I am a self-funded independent developer that does this on the side. Really, this is my other job, my passion, my love, and I want to turn this into a real job one day, hopefully, if I can pay the bills. But it needs to be affordable because I'm not going to just break the bank on running tons of VMs and tons of stuff like that. I want this to work out of the gate, and I want it to be affordable so that I can afford with my self-invested or my self-funded game. The thing I want, though, and that I could live without this, is package distribution and player data storage. By package distribution, I mean being able to add DLC and distribute a package that way through whatever means, you know, so you can add, not saying in-game transactions necessarily, but DLC or updates or patches or things like that. Just I want the ability to push stuff out to my players easily, as easily as possible, without having to do it through 15 different stores if I can avoid it. The second thing I want is player data storage. I like the idea of cloud storage. Steam, PlayStation Network, Xbox, Nintendo, Nintendo finally even got there. They all have cloud storage for our player data. So it'd be nice to be able to, if I have storage or multiple accounts or wherever this game goes, I want people to be able to keep their data safe in a cloud without too much hassle, and integrate that into my game. So those are my wants, but I would live without these. That's what I mean by a need and a want. Needs, I have to have it on the platform. Wants, I would love to have it, but I don't need it. So these are the 4 areas that I'm actually looking at. This is why it's a 4-part series. I started doing one big episode on this, and I'm like, this is a lot of work, a lot of content. And tonight, though, we're talking about PlayFab. This is where I started, and we're going to talk about the needs, the wants, and the bonuses, and then the catch, as usual, and then, of course, the conclusion. So, PlayFab, also known as Microsoft Azure PlayFab, now they were acquired by Microsoft about a year and a bit ago. They provide a very well-rounded platform that covers a lot of different things. Game services is one area, live ops, which is the ability to basically game services are things like you see, like player management, inventory, tournaments, commerce. These are things. This is the back end, the data store for your game. So think of it as having lots of servers. Okay, the live ops on the flip side is how you're running your game. So if you're doing something mobile, you'd see this a lot more in the mobile space. But like even if you're doing an MMO or something like that, where you have events, you want to see what's happening. You want to trigger in-game events, something special, in-game promotions. They say real-time analytics, so you can see what's happening in the game live right now. And last but not least, we have analytics in general, which is, you know, get custom reports, dashboards, data events. They have all kinds of stuff, but I want to be able to check this data and see how things tweak and change over time. So these are the things that they offer out of the gate. This is right from their website. And the needs, it checks all the boxes. They have analytics, it's cross-platform times 10,000, like anything you can think of, it's supported. HTML5 games it supports. And the big thing was it's affordable. It does have a free tier for independent developers. You get the entire live ops platform. So there's a lot of features instead of live ops. So it's basically a video game back-end service that you can just leverage, which is pretty impressive. You set it all up through the web dashboard and you're just good to go through any of the many SDKs they provide. There's also an indie growth tier. So you pay $100 a month USD, and it's, if you don't have a publisher and you don't have like serious funding going on, you're really a solo dev, they will put you into this tier. And if you only start to pay extra after you have 100,000 monthly active users or MAUs, right? So 100,000 players. So if you have 100,000 players a month actively going into your game and using API calls, that's what they actually refer to it, then it actually, you could probably afford the bigger tier, which is the professional tier, which is $300 a month, which is almost the same features, but a couple extra details. In terms of wants, it already covers player data and package distribution. I think that's covered in the live ops section, but the indie tier is still, although it's pricey for a hobby project for sure, $100 a month, because if you turn it off, your game is now lacking. It's still there. So if I really want it, if I really need it, it's all there. So I gotta do I'm pretty sure it's in the live ops packaging though. And the bonus that comes with it is, like I say, the live ops aspect of it, and the game analytics can go deeper. The indie tier is a really nice bonus. It's very affordable, but also that it's Microsoft Azure. Now that's a big bonus for me because I'm a Microsoft guy. I love my Microsoft stuff. It's what I know. I host all my stuff through the Azure cloud anyway. I just like it. So the fact that it lives inside that ecosystem is just a huge win for me. So what's the catch? Well, the catch is that there's no service level agreement until you hit the professional layer. SLAs or service level agreements don't sound like a big deal to a lot of people, but they really are when your game gets bigger. Because when your game fails, they're not going to go call PlayFab. They're not looking at, oh yeah, the PlayFab servers are down. No, they're looking at you as a developer and going, you suck. And you have to try to explain this aspect. Well, I couldn't afford the bigger tier and blah, blah, blah. So when you have a guaranteed SLA, from there, they're going to kind of upgrade. You're kind of put to the top of the support tier if something goes wrong on the server. Now, that being said, it's hosted in Azure, just like AWS. It's massive. Like, the odds of something going wrong are pretty slim, but it does happen. Accidents, crazy accidents do happen. Also, the thing I'm kind of concerned about is the real-time analytics for the free version. So it's only real-time analytics. So I don't think I might not get my reports and all that kind of stuff that I'm really looking for a long-term data use. But at the very least, I'll have some analytics to start with, and then I can kind of move forward from there. So those are my catches. That's a big one, though, that real-time analytics one. I've been sitting on that for a bit. But my conclusion, ultimately, is that this is probably the one I'm going to go with. Not just because it's a Microsoft product and I know this thing, but at the end of the day, it gets me started. And it's cross-platform. That's the big one. It hits all those wants, it hits all those needs to get me started. And I can always shift away from that if I'm a clever developer, you know, make my little abstraction, find something else down the road. But I would rather have it all inside of PlayFab and have a unified front if I can. So that's the conclusion I have so far. But yeah, that's Dev Thoughts for tonight. Let's get back over to me for a second. If you have any questions about that, feel free to throw them in the chat, because otherwise, we're going to get into the code, my friends. We're going to get into the code. Let's just quickly mark up my stream so I can VOD this properly later. Perfect. Lovely. Okay. So let's go over to the desktop. There's a couple things we're going to do first. I'm going to try screen resolution. I changed my screen resolution, actually. And a couple things here. So here's our community site that everyone here can go to at dev.azure.com/kokobokostudios/community. That's not a great URL. I'm going to set up a nice... There's some things I've noticed since I went live with version 0.2. Did that last week, which is very exciting. Received some feedback, and that's actually what we're going to add today, because I got some feedback, and I think it's actually important that we write them down as bugs. So for one, cannot exit the game. This is a big one. To be fair, as much as I'd love to say, oh yeah, I totally realized this, I did not. I totally forgot. Oh, there you go. Hey, don't worry about Bottissimo. I'm doing some science experiments with Bottissimo, a chatbot service. So don't mind that when you get the little level up. I'm not sure what that's doing or what that is. I'm level 5. But yeah, so that's the new version. Go ahead, Stiltfish, go ahead and do that if you'd like. It's always more feedback is always more appreciated. Let's see here. Let's just, I gotta fix my... I know I told myself I would never do these on... I would never do the... what's it called? Project configure. I would never do the the planning and stuff on stream again. But the thing is, I kind of need to do this sometimes, and it's been a nuts week, as always. Oh, I forgot to name it. I'm gonna call this Iteration 11. I guess I should put the 0 to keep it consistent. And then I always like to have, not that one, go back to community. I like to have Iteration 12. Because commands. I think the only command I got rid of my bot. The commands aren't really, and I haven't said anything up in Bottissimo. But if you'd like, I think this should work. If we go to, what is it? kokobokostudios.itch.io/ Vagabond. I think that should get you to where you need to go. There we go. And I fixed the links aspect of Mixer, so hopefully I should be able to post links in there again. But anyway, let's quickly put... Hopefully I updated my... Oh my goodness, what is with the serial killer music going on tonight? Give me some nice music. Give me something pretty. I started with this one already. How about Juicy? May 1st to May 30th. That's going to be iteration 12. That's good. Okay. I like having the second iteration in there only because... only because I like being able to push things to the next sprint, if at all possible. So we're going to have to just move some stuff over into the sprint here real quick. My apologies for doing this live. Could not find the iteration path. What? Discard changes then. What? Why? So, and I also updated my... So we have these, yeah. Where do you even get this serial? Where do you even get serial killers? You seem to have an awful lot of it lying around. This is, I think this is the serial killers are public domain music. That's why I have so much of it lying around. It just happens to be on this playlist. Happens to be. Definitely not a serial killer though. Yeah. Okay, so we got the things are here. Do I need to save it? No. So we go to boards. Let's go to this guy. Clear it. Suggestions. Oh, here we go. Iteration 11. Okay, so all we're doing is removing a couple of... This one I'm actually going to move into the backlog, my title screen. As much as I want to say that a title screen is important, I don't think I actually need it. But what we do need, if I go iteration, current iteration, isn't the current iteration like 11? Let's just go with 11, I guess. Something's acting weird. We'll figure this out later. The other thing I want to put in here is cannot exit the game. You can't do that. So the reproduction steps are start the game, and then that's it. We cannot exit the game in full screen. No exit button available. So this is one that actually I'm going to do sooner rather than later, because these are the little quality of life things. Like, you don't want to download a game. If I get someone new, someone who's not, let's say someone who just comes across my game on itch, they download the game and they can't exit it, it's going to come off as malicious software. You know, I'm still new, I don't really mind that. What workflow software are you using? I am using, I guess it's called Azure DevOps. Or I used to be called Visual Studio Team Services. If you go to dev.azure.com, it's actually fully free, and you can actually they've since Microsoft bought GitHub, they've been doing a lot of work with syncing these two things together. But yeah, I kind of like the ADO version versus GitHub because I like having these boards, and I mean GitHub has all this stuff too, so I'm kind of deciding if I'm going to move everything over because it's more of a community-focused thing. But yeah, this is what I use. You can set it up for free. The stuff you pay for is like when you're doing builds and if you're doing compilation in the cloud, which we're not doing yet. But yeah, so another bug that was reported was too many graphical options in launcher window. So it's not that, like, if I had someone actually report using Trello, yeah, that's the thing. So it has all this kind of stuff for story points, for estimation. One that I would highly recommend looking at is actually GitHub as well. So you go to github.com. GitHub just changed since they got bought by Microsoft. They now offer unlimited free repositories. That used to be a paid feature, so you couldn't have private ones. So for me, I have a public one. I have a public account here at Azure DevOps to do my issue tracking, just things I want to share with the community. All of my source code is kept in a private repository, but in the same place. So it's easy for me to jump back and forth, but you can't see that. So, you know, you can log in and you can actually provide roles and different things like that. It's a very enterprisey piece of software. And it's been built for many years. Like the team's pretty agile themselves. They're pretty good. I quite enjoy the product team. I'm more curious about what they're going to do with GitHub moving forward. I think GitHub is that's the brand, that's the community focused one. You know, it's very popular. So I can see things shifting more towards that, or rebranding this yet again as Azure GitHub or something like that. Who knows? But we'll see. Who knows? For now, this is free and it's great, so I like it. Yeah, because I think even GitHub has the boards feature that'll go across your repositories, and you can have multi-repository projects and all kinds of stuff. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a dev thoughts on that one day. On tooling, like project management tooling. These are the sexy topics that I like thinking about all the time. Just tracking my work. Okay, graphical. There's too many options here. So one, launch game. And done. So all we have to do here is need to reduce the number of features available, or options available in the launcher, and that's it. Because I had a friend of mine just reported it as was telling me that, oh, what happened? Did I break it? Show more items. What just happened here? Do I have any bugs? Where'd all my bugs go? Interesting. I like how it thinks my current iteration is 11. I don't understand why. I guess it's just because I just added it. So we'll do that. Okay. This dialogue debugger, I'm not sure if I'm going to put that in the game right away. We'll see if I need that. We're going to put that again in the backlog. Go back here. Awesome. Yeah, my only complaint about ADO, or Azure DevOps, and the boards is the work item hierarchy. It's very complicated. There's a lot to it with sprints. If you're just using the boards aspect and not worrying about iterations and junk like that, it's great. But there's just a lot you can do. GitHub is really simplified. Like, they've done a really good job of keeping that clean and tight and making sure that you have ways to sort things, but, you know, not overwhelm you with options. So I haven't really explored it all that in a long time, but I need to go back to it. Because I do spend a lot of time in GitHub just because open source and tooling and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So we need to put the, let's see, what do we, I'm going to launch this one at. I think this is a 2. So I want to see if I can get a patch out for this upload, or for this version sooner than later. Because the thing I want to add this month for sure is I want to do display ink script dialogue. I want to be able to do that, but we have a couple of bugs here that I want to squash too. So it's always good to do some bug squishing and make sure we're on a lower bug level. Also, we have to move all these guys over. I forgot to do this when I went live. It's so satisfying. There we go. Perfect. It's all cleaned up. Okay, yeah, I think we're good here. So the things we definitely want to do this month, we want to get these bugs squashed. What's player story state? Where is the player in the set story? Okay, so this is some of the older stuff. There's a lot of stuff is from the text only version. I gotta kind of sort through a lot of this, but we'll keep going with this for now. And I think what we'll do, now that we have this is feature number 90, let's actually just go see what we can figure out here. So here's the game. Did a couple of things already tonight, just before we started. Oh my goodness, this is... So I tried to, I found a scaling feature inside of Windows to try to increase my font size. So hopefully it's a little bit better. I can always make it a bit bigger still, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Make this guy bigger for sure. Okay, so we're gonna clear this guy out. We're gonna do get checkout dev. Great. Git add them all. We're gonna just say removed extra Unity packages. So the other thing I've been doing a lot this week, and this was kind of the going back and forth on whether or not I was going to do this inside of did it just end? What is happening? Okay, let's restart this whole thing. Go right to the top, shuffle around here, bud, and loop around them. Let's just try this song. That sounds pretty. That sounds pretty. Okay, awesome. I just took a quick snippet through everything to see how things were doing there. Anyway, so this is the game. So what I've done is I removed some of the extra packages. There's one of the things I noticed, and I have to make sure this is actually another bug I found. Game requests. What does it request? It requests network access on launch. That shouldn't happen as far as I know. So that kind of got me a little bit more concerned, going like, why is it accessing? Like, what is it doing? And I think there was a package in there that I was using from Unity that actually wanted network access. I didn't realize it was added by default to my project way back when. So I wanted to get that out of there and do a quick patch on this. Let's see here. Repro steps, download and launch game. There we go. We're gonna drag this guy in too. Here, let's actually give it a story points. I think this might actually already be fixed. So we're gonna try this. Because what I don't want it to be requesting network access. Got the game up and running on ultra graphics. Nice. See, a buddy of mine did the same thing. He's like, oh yeah, it's running on 3500 something by something else. It was just insane. You know, the sprites are 16 by 16. You know, there's only so much it's gonna do. So yeah. Let's see if I can get a couple of these things done right away. So if I minimize this guy, so we go back here. So what I did was I removed a couple of these packages. So one of them that I had in here that I didn't realize was in-app purchasing. Don't know why that was in there. I don't want to have in-app purchases. So I'm hoping that it doesn't do that. Because the only one I want is Text Mesh Pro and Cinemachine is what I'm looking for. I don't even want the ads. I want nothing else. So if I do, let's do a quick build here. I'm going to lift up my mic a little bit so I can see. Build settings. We're going to build it for Linux. Oh, not Linux. Cancel. We're going to build it for Windows. I would like to build it for Linux. Like I just need to get. I won't put something out there that I can't get someone to test. And I can build. I need to build a Linux box. It's on the list, but it's 16 by 16 in 4K. It's so true. So I mean, your sprite must be like yay big. It must be bigger than my face right now, my head. I mean, that's awesome though. Obviously, no, I don't care about any of this stuff. That's fine. All this is fine. Player settings. This is the thing I wanted to see if I could change. So this is going to be version 2.1. What do we got here? Auto Graphics API. Configuration. There is a way to change this. XR settings. Don't really care about that. We want Auto Graphics API. How do I wonder. Well, oh, resolution and presentation. Here we go. We want it in a windowed mode. What I'm always supporting is 780. Run in background, sure. Capture single screen. Use player log. Yeah. No, let's not make it resizable. Yeah, I'll allow full screen switch. Full force single instance yet. Only 16:9. That's perfect. Okay. So I guess I can't really force it, hey? These are the splash images. No one cares about this stuff. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll see if that actually does anything. Let's save that. And let's build it. Let's go up one. We're gonna do a new folder. Let's do 0.2. Move all of these guys into there. And 0.21, not 21, but 0.21. There we go. Okay, we're running a build. It's good. We're live streaming. We're building the game. We're doing all kinds of crazy stuff here. It's all my computer may just burst into flames one day. Okay, cool. Let's see here. If I double click you, yeah, so it's still trying to. It's not. I don't know why it's trying to do that though. Cancel. No, it didn't save it to anything. Play. So things are. If you added PlayFab to your Unity game, it requires. What? I don't know. Schmelly orc. There. I like it. What is PlayFab? I don't know what that is. If I did that, I didn't do that on purpose because I am so new with Unity. It's a little frustrating that I don't know this stuff. It's on your title. It's on my title? Oh, PlayFab. I haven't added it. No. You're right. My title for that. Oh, sorry. That's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah. Sorry. I haven't added PlayFab yet. I'm doing the analysis on it to figure out what I want to add in terms of that. So earlier in the stream, I do a little segment called Dev Thoughts, and I kind of just do a quick brain dump of something I've been analyzing for the last week. So I'm doing a bit of a 4-part series for the next little bit on different game service backends that you can get. We started with PlayFab, and that's where we're starting. We're going to talk about Steam Workshop, Unity Analytics, and the other one is Epic Online Services. You know, a good one that is free. What's the good one? Oh yeah, the Epic Online Services. Absolutely. It's a big deal, that one. I am very interested in it. I just want to know a little bit more about it. There's some maturity aspect of it that I'm a little bit concerned about, but I'm going to do a little bit of deep dive, a little bit more diving into it first to figure out what is good, what is bad. Because it seems like the right answer. I keep on coming back to all this stuff with Unreal, and it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Okay, let's see what I can find here with Unity 3D game requests network access for no reason. Here's the heart of all software development. I'm unable to activate. Okay. Unity web request restaurant. Like, why? Why does game request? Why does Unity game request network access? Using the network manager. This is the biggest problem I have with Unity, is there's just so much. Here we go. My Unity builds try to access the internet. Is this normal? Thank you, Reddit. This one is open source and free. Which one are you talking about? I think it may have nuked your link. I'm not sure. According to my fire alarm, would be built in. Okay. Built-in analytics for the Unity at Unite. They often give statistics about what languages. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, is there any way to deactivate this? Oh, here we go. Tale of 4 Gamers. Holy shit, that's a bit of a jump if you ask me. We live in 2018. Everything has access to the internet. Having an application on a computer accessing the internet is probably the most normal thing of them all. Is that just okay? I building it. What should I know? Unity has probably collected somewhere all the following information about your device. Jeez, should see it in your chat. Let me see. You're on there. My chat. I just got the dots. And you're on Twitch. I only see asterisks. I literally only see three stars. I see this. Oh, whispered it to me. Oh, okay. Sorry, I haven't streamed on Twitch for a while. Oh, here we go. There's a little thing. Interesting. HeroicLabs.com. Hey. Well, I will try to share that. I should be able to do this, right? Did that work? Can you guys see that? Can you all see that? I don't want to say guys. That's an old habit. It's a Canadian thing, I think. Let's see what this thing is. Your own infrastructure not come as an open source for real time. Interesting. Huh. And they got Godot on there. I like that they promote Godot. That makes me happy. Okay, so I can deploy anywhere, but I'm paying for my cloud. Open source too, hey? Manage cloud, enterprise with managed cloud. Taking a left turn, everyone. Sorry about that. You can use esports servers too. Use your own data. Sync a GitHub repo with your cloud servers. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. GDPR compliance. Yeah, clearly. This is pretty... What services does it provide? Oh, I don't... This is their services. I just want to know what features it has. Okay, full disclosure there, Schmelly Arc. You work for these guys? I'm just kidding. This is pretty cool. I'm so new at this stuff that I don't know what I don't know. You know, that's the problem. That's my biggest problem that I have. I don't even know the words for some of the stuff I have. I just make them games, yo. I like it. And do you use this? Do you use Heroic Labs? Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can run out of Docker too, hey? Oh, here we go. Turn-based multiplayer. That's pretty cool. The local development. I never thought of that. Yeah, they gotta make Shipwreck too. Okay. I'm assuming Shipwreck is your game. So Unreal, yeah, JavaScript, Android, Swift. Okay, good. So that's the big two for me. Interesting. I'm gonna look at. Where's your game? Is it PC, Linux? If you don't mind me asking. Mac, mobile, Xbox. Oh, it's Godot based. Let's try that. Godot Game of the Year 2018. Let's see this thing. Okay, I got my Google hacking is Shipwreck. Maybe I saw this. Shipwreck by Schmelly Arc. There you go. I like how my game dev stream has Here, let's pause the tunes here for a second. Pause the tunes for a second. Let's watch this. There you go. My computer caught up. This is really cool. So you're shipwrecked, so you're building your little colony? Is that what I'm seeing here? Or you're a space shipwreck? Really true, display chat history had... Oh shoot! We're just watching. So Schmelly Orc is in Twitch chat over here, and this is his game or her game. Sorry, your game. I gotta get better at this pronoun thing. It's the internet. You don't know who anyone is. But this is a Game of the Year 2018. That's really cool. That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that, Schmelly Arc. I appreciate it. And thanks for coming by the stream for starters. That's awesome. Like, you're a real game dev. I'm just some bozo who's done other development pretending to be a game developer right now. That's how I fake it till you make it. That's how my whole life has been. I'll send you a link to what it looks like now. First link is incorrect. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Ah, interesting. I'm going to post this on chat here, or on screen. I may have to log in. Maybe it's going to freak out on me. Okay, okay. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that animation. Oh, I like that. I really like that. Yeah, that's cool. So I gotta go back to chat. So that is very pretty. I love that pixel art. That doesn't show you our ability with the design of that. Yeah, absolutely. I can totally see. I can see that. I'm feeling this. I am going to follow you on itch. I want to log in as me, though, not my stupid corporate account. I followed you on one of them. I'll follow you on the one that I actually use. I'm gonna add Heroic Labs to this list of things that we are going to review, because I am fascinated by, first of all, anything open source gets a thumbs up from me. The friends and group thing, I'm not sure if it's going to kick all of the features that I'm looking for, because I'm really just looking for game analytics, but it doesn't seem to have stuff here. Like, it does have it. Better for business. Like, it has the pieces here that I'm just missing on their marketing page. I got to go a little bit deeper. Yeah. Friends and groups, clients, Apache, turn-based. Yeah, so all the big things are there. Okay. Has a built-in database stuff too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the idea. And I like the idea of running it locally to make sure that it works, and you can actually do private little deployments of that in a little container. So I really like that. That's pretty rad. Okay, we are going to add that. Excuse me for one more second. We're going to get back to my code. I get very excited by seeing other game devs. I really like doing that. Really like seeing other game devs and chatting about their games. So don't mind me. I am really excited about this. So we're just going to add a new slide. We're going to put this in there, and then we're going to save it, and we're going to close it. Good. Well, thank you, Schmelly York, for sharing all that stuff. So, it turns out I can't fix this network thing. I gotta do something documentation-wise for this. This is a big... I don't like this. This is a big... So for me, I'm looking for excuses to look over at Unreal Engine. And I'm sure Unreal does the exact same thing, to be fair. I do not like it. I mean, I've looked at Godot. I like Godot. I started following. I see it from. I saw it on Game from Scratch, and I saw it a few times over as a game engine. And I really like version 3.3.1. Very nice. I'm a C# developer, so I'm familiar with it. Or sorry, I'm also familiar with multiple languages. It doesn't really matter. Like GD script, all that stuff is pretty cool. So. Yeah, and 3.1 has the C# stuff in it, but I'd be more interested in probably just using the GD script. It's just really, and I know that they've done a lot of big, huge changes in 3.1, some good, massive stuff. So I'm interested in it. I just gotta, again, I gotta build the game, and I just started with something that was really well over documented, which is Unity, because I want my documentation. And when I first tinkered with Godot, it was. It wasn't really, what's the word for it? It wasn't really well documented because it was just that, which is fair. Community-driven project on top of it, and it's also documentation, but even by paid corporations, still sucks half the time. So, in any case, let's get to some code on this side. I think we're going to stop bug squishing because my bugs looks like. It looks like I have too many. I am stuck with this launcher until I remove the launcher. So I think this is the resolution here. Solution is that we set better defaults, and we will need to remove the launcher in a future update. Because right now this is just a prototype, right? So here we go. Apparently this is normal because Unity collects data. Sad face. And where's my, hold on, Reddit. There we go. I'm gonna just put this as my reference so I remember. Ta-da. Oh, thanks. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's see here. So look at that, we're 2 bugs down. I'm gonna move this down to a 1 though, because we could not fix. I'm gonna tag that. Won't fix. Won't fix. Actually, I suppose it's just can't fix. Get rid of that. Can't fix. There we go. Okay. Look at that. 2 bugs down, 1 to go. Cannot exit the game in full screen. Or we can try to load up the ink script dialogue. We can start that. I think, based on the time we're at right now, and I had a really lovely bout of ultra insomnia last night and a screaming child when I got home. So, maybe, just maybe, we will work on exiting the game. Just work on an exit screen. So the solution we need is we need to build an exit screen is what we need to do. So let's do that. In-game menu to set to exit game and other in-game options. Okay, that's good. So this thing, I think is going to be more of a, let's go with a 5. Because I'm not sure, I gotta pop a panel up and stuff like that. So here's what we're going to do. As a player, I can press the pause button to bring up the in-game menu so that I can exit the game and or change my in-game options. Okay, perfect. Acceptance criteria. We're going to go with 1. It's going to be press pause to bring up menu panel. press pause while paused to exit menu. To bring up menu. Pause the game. Shouldn't actually matter because it's usually turn-based, but in case there's a timing thing, I want to be able to pause the game. Actually, no, we're gonna get out of that. I'm a minimalist. Let's just get out of that. And then we want to have display exit menu. Exit menu item. Select item with keyboard or controller. Okay, those are the acceptance criteria. That's what we got to do. So let's start with that. We're going to bring this bad boy up. We're going to do this. We're going to put this in here, and we're going to relate this guy. Will be resolved with number 107, was it? Yeah. Perfect. There, now they're linked. Now I know this. We're good. Everyone's happy. We're going to win. Now we're going to be winner, winner, chicken dinners. Okay, here we go. Everything's going good, I think. So I was taking a quick peek. I'm watching because I'm streaming on YouTube tonight as well. And I want to make sure that things are going okay. It's a bit of a science experiment. Just trying to get the live streams out there a little bit more. Okay. So I got my display, script dialogue. Twitch good. Good, that's awesome. You know, I just started restreaming to Twitch and, you know, it's been hugely beneficial. I have my community on Mixer. Mixer's what was my number one because of the interactivity and the low latency. I really love that low latency and the ability to do the controller sharing. I'm fascinated by that. But, you know, Twitch is, you know, I already had 50 followers from way back when. Like, it made sense to just broadcast to Twitch as well as where everyone is. It's where the people are. But Mixer's a tight community. I can't fault Mixer for that. It's just different audiences. No idea if YouTube even matters anymore for live streaming. I saw that Unreal was doing a live stream from there today. All right, so we're gonna bump this in-game menu stuff to the top, and we're gonna try doing that. That's all. So. YouTube is dead for small guys. That's kind of what I thought. I'm just putting it there because what I'm doing a lot of the time is I'm trying to figure out how you do the marketing side of games. Like that seems to be the biggest challenge for solo devs, right? Like, or small teams, is you got to get your message out there. Yeah, Mixer's is awesome as a platform. Just that there are really good creators on Twitch. The more I explore Twitch, the more I find some new ones. So it's one of those things where there's not a lot of great creator types in terms of development and game dev on Mixer yet, as far as I know. There's a couple people I see that do it, but mostly it's artistic, painting and sculptures and stuff like that. A lot of art creation, which is great. It's just not my jam. Let's go to project settings. How is the resolution of the screen? Can you guys read the screen? Okay. The game. Reddit is something I'm looking to move forward with. The social media that I'm using, I have a marketing buddy who's teaching me a little bit about the ropes of modern marketing, whatever the hell that means. And he got me started on Instagram. So that's where I started, and I'm re-engaging my Twitter following that I've had for my regular business development kind of stuff, and now we're going to keep going. 91,000 impressions, really? Very cool, man. You're on your way, man. That's fantastic. To your Twitter, yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I'm starting to figure out this stuff. Like, I've been out of date with Twitter for so long. Like, I need to get more involved with sharing more. It's more dev related, more stuff like that. Like, I just got to get more involved and find the hashtags and find that kind of the different pipes and avenues you can go to get those impressions. You know, that's the thing I gotta learn. So, okay, there is no pause button, so we are gonna... Can we add one? How do you add one? That's select preset. That's whatever that is. Can I just repo one of these things? I don't have a jump button. Let's actually steal fire too. Pause. And the positive button is escape. We won't have an alternate one. I guess we should actually. The positive button should be escape. What would be the button? Ask. Why are you not letting me do this? Need to find my keys. There we go. What are the keys? What are the keys? Or that's just still a big thing. I've seen people using, but I've never seen people search Melissa's viral tag. So they're not searching them as much, but apparently they do on Instagram. On Instagram, it's a big deal. Like, most of the people that see my content get it from hashtags, not my actual followers. And as for Twitter, there are enough people that are actually following it that it seems like they actually have multiple streams open and like things like TweetDeck or something like that. They seem to follow it, so they seem to be there. Because you look at your analytics, that's the thing, is finding the data. And yeah, I'm finding that it is working, but it's kind of crazy because I don't understand. I'm not really following what I'm even doing. So can't do the name of the button. I want the escape button. Unity 3D names of keys. Conventional game input. This is where I was. That's the input manager class. Gravity, dead, block, keys. Here we go. It's just escape with lowercase. Of course it is. Perfect. And do I have a controller? Let's just see if we can get Unity 3D Xbox controller buttons. Okay, so if I look at, where's my Xbox controller? I want them to know if they push. Yeah, there we go. Where is back start? So joystick button 7 is the one I'm looking for. Okay. Back to this guy. Perfect. Okay. So that should be straightforward, now that I actually know how this stuff works. Okay, so we've got an input there. Dialog window, and here we're going to add a new panel. Let's move the game over a bit. Can I lower this guy? Yeah, I can lower this. Yeah, it's beautiful dialogue. I love that. Let's dialog window. What are you? You are just a you're just a panel. So let's do that. Let's add UI and you know, it's funny, the thing about like learning how it's really a lot of the stuff that I see, I'm looking for the not the sad stories, but like the stories of people that just weren't as successful. I want to find that kind of stuff and figure out what those hooks are. Pause menu. Okay. I really want to see that kind of stuff because like those are the stories you don't hear about. I always hear about the good stories. You know, the stories that, not to say that the good stories aren't good, right? Like for example, Cuphead. I always use Cuphead because it's the one that's the most recent example. You know, they double mortgaged their homes. They risked it all to do this thing, and I just don't. And it paid off, right? It paid off financially, at least. Who knows what kind of toll it took on their families and their lives and stuff and their health and whatnot. But the challenge I have with that is, like, for every one of those, there's got to be 10,000 people that have done this same sort of thing and then failed miserably. You know, and that's sad. It's such a sad story. And it bums me out that's a thing. Okay, so we got our pause menu. It's going to start off disabled. So let's start with, let's go back to our project. So that's why I want to go, and I'm like, how do you do this thing to get started in a healthy way? And that's where the social media piece comes in, like the marketing piece. Because even the big times, where you got people's like full-time job is making games, and that's what they do, and it's what they love, and they're getting funding, and they're doing all this. Some of them, they suck at marketing. And as much as I hate to say that that's important, like you have to do that. You have to do that. No one's gonna sell your thing but you. And I don't see enough talks from indie devs talking about their own solo marketing abilities or marketing skills. I see marketers who work for AAA or publishers talking about how we do marketing, but I don't see enough of the other stuff where I see, you know, Rami Ismail, right? He's the guy's got his own following, and he's done some cool stuff with Press Kit and all that. But like I said, like he's the guy that had the quote, like half of it, more than half of his job is just wandering around talking to people. So okay, anyway, I'm done rambling. Let's make some pause menu, shall we? Let's go and figure out where this is all gonna live. So I have this thing going, so I need my script. That's what I need. Where's my script? Assets, scripts, player. So I got my HUD controller. So I'm probably gonna have to do the same thing with the dialogue window. I'm just gonna do like the pause menu. So let's just do this for now. Let's just update our player action. I don't know if Unity supports Visual Studio 2019. Prefer to use VS Code anyway, but I gotta move that back over. That's the thing. I keep on coming back to watch another talk from Unreal. I'm really digging Unreal. I really think what they're doing to shake the big dogs up, I'm liking that. And I see where Godot is going, and they're becoming a really great alternative use for. They're really giving Unity a challenge. I really like what Godot's producing. I just still, I am just such a softie. I like being spoon-fed too much stuff at the beginning. I'm a Windows dev, right? Like Windows developers. We're flimmy. We're a bit flimmy. We need an indie game for indie devs that drives their holistic marketing program. An indie game for indie devs that drives their holistic marketing program. I like that idea. It's a game that does it. I really get it. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so on action, don't care. Let's just see. So if action is equal to true, first we're actually going to do if input.get button down is equal to pause. The first thing we always do, so pause will always take priority. We'll see if that makes sense. We're going to do debug. Can you all see the text okay and everything like that? Like I meant to ask it. You know, I heard Twitch was okay in terms of how it looks. But in terms of the font, does like Unity look a little bit better today? I hope it does. I can make it bigger if necessary. Log pause button pressed. Text is looking great. Awesome. Okay, good. And how about when I bring up Unity? Does Unity look, not this text, but does Unity, can you see like can you see over here where I'm hovering over the mouse? Stuff like that. Can you see what the text actually says? You need it a little bit bigger. Because the ability to scale this thing up is I prefer this. It looks good to me. I don't like the small, tiny baby font they use all the time. So, okay, so we want to see that. Let's see. Could probably be a bit bigger. Let's do that then. Appreciate that feedback. I just made everything small for a second. Give me 1 sec here. Bump it up another 25%. See if I crashed OBS. Don't think so. It's a little bit bigger now. Hopefully. Let's bring up chat so I can see what happened here. There we go. It's a little bit bigger. I can always bump it up to 200% if necessary too, because like I say, the goal of this is to share it and document what I'm trying to do along the way here. So, might as well make sure people can see what I'm doing. It might be a good idea. I don't know. What do I know though? What do I know? Okay, so we did this. If it's pressed, do this thing. My controller is plugged in. Turn on the controller. Let's see if our console window, make it big. Previous deferred. Okay, I'm gonna clear that. I don't really know. We're gonna clear this. Try playing the game. Okay, so for starters, escape should be giving me a pause button pressed. Good. So that worked with escape button. It's not picking up. Can I move at all? No, it's not actually not letting me pick up the... It's not picking up the controller at all. I need to close Unity and bring that up again. Yeah, not picking it up at all. But we have keyboard support so far. Let's just focus on keyboard then. So we've got that working. Let's actually go and do git... Well, first, git push... Or, what am I doing here? It's gonna push up the little baby change that I made to the dev branch. If I can remember my super duper secret password. There we go. Okay, git checkout -B. This is going to be a feature that is called pause menu. There we go. Great. Git status. Awesome possum. So git add all git commit added pause button. Added pause button. That's all we really did. Okay. And let's actually git commit amend that guy, because I like, oops, don't use visual, don't do that to me. I like adding my numbers to it. Let's see what our number is. It is 107. 107 it is. Close. There we go. Get out of this. Okay, so where is my stuff? Okay, so now what we need to do is we just want to enable and disable the pause menu. Now, the way we're going to do that is we are going to add a controller script to the pause menu. So the HUD, we're going to create a new C# script. We're going to call this pause menu controller. Like so. Pop this bad boy open. Pop this bad boy open. No? Did I open it already? Oh, it did. I'm just really bad at using stuff. Oh, good job. Good job, Johnny. I didn't realize that I had notifications on. I should probably turn notifications off. Fix apps that are blurry. I don't want to fix apps that are blurry. Priority alarms only. Let's do alarms only, shall we? Don't need everybody's notifications. Okay, so in this guy, clear that out. Indie marketing game. Level by completing daily bounties that prompt you to interact with others on social media. Guides you through identifying your target demographic. Some good wholesome stuff. There you go. You know, it's funny. On Instagram. There's a guy, Edward Izof. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's doing like a YouTuber thing just like that. He's gamifying, or I don't like that word, but applying gamified kind of things to improve people's YouTube channels. But it's a full app. He's a mobile app developer, and that's his whole thing. I thought it was an interesting idea. I like the idea of making it a game though. Like it's kind of like the Life RPG, or the Habits RPG. That's like you level up based on your habits and your boards and all the stuff, like all the different things you're trying to accomplish. I think I got a kick out of that. Give you some good. You can create healthy habits that way. And apparently it's not bad. I know a couple of people that used it. It's not bad. So what we want to do is for this guy, we want a. Let's look at what I did before, rather than pretend like I need to worry about how this all works. My dialogue window has a lot more stuff to it. So I guess, yeah, so let's go back to this. So first of all, we want to serialize the field, and this is going to be a private game object. I guess this would be the menu object. There we go. And we want to do this on void on start. I don't want to do. I don't know why they wait. Like, see, I think Visual Studio, it always starts me off with a void start, but Visual Studio wants to make it private by default. I'm not sure which is the right way to go. The template, I guess, private. Just keep it void. It defaults to that, and it makes me nervous. I don't know how Unity works. I've learned to let that go. Just let it go, man. Just let it go, baby. Okay, start. They're both valid. Oh, there you go. You should make games, Schmelly York. You seem to know what you're talking about. See what I did there? I'm here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Try the steak, tip your waitress. Okay, so what we want to do is I want a menu object. Let's actually let's totally skip this start thing. Let's do public void show menu, or toggle menu. That's what we want to do. Toggle menu, and we're going to provide a bool that is what? That is show. So if it's true, you show it. If it's false, you hide it. If show is equal to true, I know that's not necessary, but I like being absurdly verbose in my code because of old habits. Visual Studio is anal, but VS Code doesn't care. Yeah, it's one of these habits. The thing that's screwing me up with Unity is the debugger, and the debugger just seems to work really well in VS and VS proper, as I've always called it. But there's VS Code. That's my preference, man. I love that thing. I love that thing. Been wanting to do more work in it, but I should try it again because they keep on updating the debugger, and I know it worked really well, but it just wouldn't let me break and put watches and a couple things that I really liked in the debugger. So you want menu object dot. Let's see, can you enable it? Set. I guess set active. Oh, it's just a bool value anyway. Show. Is that gonna do it? I don't know the API well enough to know this. Object dot transform scene. I'm just gonna do it like really sloppy. It's just a game object because they know it is a game object. It shouldn't matter, but yeah, stupid. Let's just try setting it to active for now and see what happens. So when I go to player action, the player action, this thing needs to be cleaned up as well. We're going to get rid of my debug menu, my debug thing, and we are going to... Oh, that's what I need. I need a singleton instance. Public static pause menu controller instance. Or let's call it private. Now let's make this one public. And we will... Let's just steal my code. I stole this before. Did I not do a singleton? Is dialog visible? Oh, I just did a static Boolean value. That's all I did, is actually make it easier on myself. So let's just do that. Less code is good code. Sometimes. Is pause menu visible? Perfect. Toggle menu set to active. And I want to do let's change this. Is pause menu visible? Save that. Is pause menu visible is equal to show as well. That is lovely. So now I have my little menu here. What do I do in my player action with that guy? I invoke it. So I'm doing this from an action. I will do that as the second wave through this. Like, I will rewrite this to be more event driven, so just fire that event. Slower, but... So what do I do here? Start. Private void toggle. Okay, so I just... Is dialog visible show? So I do that. I don't have a way to trigger this. Oh, I literally just wait for... Huh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So this is where the singleton pattern comes into play, where I want to be able to get the one instance of the pause menu without knowing about the pause menu. So maybe I will just do the action right away. I don't really want to. Let's just be sloppy for now. I like getting it little bits done one at a time. Is dialog visible? So let's get rid of this dialog controller. Don't need a custom event. Player trigger action player. We don't care about that. Event manager. So this is where I'm going to do all the dialogue event stuff. This is where all the event stuff goes. I'm going to do this off stream. We did this last time. It is not that interesting to see it a 15th time to do a bunch of custom events. So for now, what am I going to do? For now, I need to find the pause menu. So we are going to do find object of type pause menu controller. We're going to steal this, make a reference to it. Private, come on. Private find or pause menu controller, pause menu, like that. And then on wake or on start, I want to do pause menu is equal to find objects of type pause menu controller. So it's going to find the first one. So hypothetically, had I not done it incorrect, have I not set up my game badly, it'll just be fine. Pause menu dot toggle menu. Yeah. Let's just make it show. True. We'll start with that. Start by making it to show, and then we'll go back and we'll make it go differently afterwards. Okay. Let's let Unity compile. Let it think about things. Let it have its moment. Okay. Make the game nice and big. Okay, we're playing. We can walk around. Null option. Okay. That's. Oh, you know why? I know why. We need to add our script to the actual game first. That's the trick. Pause menu controller. Scroll to the bottom here. There we go. And I want to do itself. I don't want the icon. How do I pick the game object itself here? Select game object. I'm going to bring this onto my single monitor because they made this gigantic window for some reason. I guess we'll just pick the object that we want it to be. There we go. That was interesting. Never saw that before. Always learning something new. IDEs are very powerful. Okay. Save. Try it again, this time with feeling. Null. Getting an error down here. Let's go to the console. Pause menu. Oh, so it's not actually finding my pause menu controller. Okay. Let's do the singleton pattern. Stop being that lazy. And we will put a little singleton in here. I guess I could just do it this way too, realistically. So if I put my static method up here, but the thing is I need this menu object to work. So let's do private static pause menu controller pause menu. Let's do the instance like that. Okay. So now I nuke this guy. Don't need that field anymore. And I want to do instance dot this. Sorry, I mean game object. Is there a thing called panel? I'm not using the correct using Unity Engine .ui. Is there a thing called a panel? No. Okay, game object, just instance. That should be fine. I don't care that much. So we've got all my static stuff. Now let's go to void start. And what I want to do is I want to set the instance to that. So let's see here. If let's see here. If instance is equal to null, then that's what I want to game object, or we're just gonna do get component pause menu controller. We're going to do instance is equal to this, get the instance. Dot. You know, let's just make it a pause menu controller because we know it's the game object anyway. So if I do this instance dot game object dot there, perfect. Okay, so it's traversing a little bit more. It's a little bit slower, but oh well. I'm gonna just, my game's not that crazy yet. I'll worry about optimization when I know what I'm actually doing. Okay, let's go back to Unity, see if that made a difference. Okay, pause menu does not exist. Good. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. You should go pause menu controller dot toggle menu is equal to true. Perfect. Let's try that. Let's unbuild or something. Unplay button. Okay, let's clear all that. Play. No errors. Push escape. Error. Same details, hey? Put a breakpoint. Attach to Unity. There's something strangely satisfying about breakpoints and just stopping your game in its tracks at a very specific point. I always love that. Okay, so you're attached. Let's reattach you. I know I'm sure my Toggy man, yeah, it works there. Line 26. Okay, so we've got this. Are you attached? What are you doing? Okay, so we hit our pause button. Okay, we did this on the frame. Toggle menu. Okay, good. Let's step into you. It is F11 still. Okay, cool. Okay, so we continue. Show is true. Game. Let's see. Instance. Instance is null. Huh. Okay, stop. And stop. Is it because it's not? Oh, it's because it's not active, isn't it? That's the reason, isn't it? Because this can't find an inactive object. There's a way to do that, though. There is a way to do that. There is a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. Okay, good. Everything's looking okay. Everything's looking okay. So if I go back to my, in the API, this is where my API knowledge is going to come in. Get component. There is a get component. Okay, that's really tiny, but a get component is a string type, system.type, and there's type T. Returns the component with the name type if the game object has one attached. Does it not start? Let's actually see if this code gets hit before I start. It should. It's starting. Okay. But yeah, start. Okay, so start happens on activation. So I need to learn how to make the whole panel transparent. I hit this a long time ago when I was just starting out, and I was like, oh, I should make a thing pop up and down. But it was not that easy. Okay. Okay, so now it's done there. If I push the pause button, it's gonna work fine. No errors. So in this weird case, if I actually change this, yeah, we'll just stop that. Let's just see if this works the other direction first. For fun. This is my process, right? Like, it's just baby steps every single time I'm touching code. It doesn't matter when, where, if, how it's supposed to work, how it would, you know. And even if it seems obvious, I do these little steps and I add a commit in Git in my Git history so that I wouldn't say that I don't trust my abilities enough. It's more that I'm just, I just know that it's a better move. Okay, pause, false. Okay, so it's still null because it's not active. Okay, save. Okay. Okay, so now we hit the start. That's good. Okay. If I push escape. Yep, continue. Gone. Okay. So now I'm wondering if we could do something, if we could cheat a little bit. More specifically on the pause menu control. Rather than do this on start, do this on awake. And on awake, just find it. But there's on the I think the awake action, it doesn't guarantee the other instances are ready to go. And this only happens once. So let's try this. I'm gonna put a breakpoint there to see how that worked. And now we're gonna try this again, this time with feeling. Okay, build. Build for me. There we go. Instance is, okay, so it worked on awake. Not sure if that's a long-term solution, but and then if I push escape. Awesome, okay, cool. So that worked. So what we're gonna do now, stop debugging. We're gonna do if pause menu controller dot is pause menu visible is equal to true for my ridiculous obtuse over descriptive code. If it's true, then we want to toggle it to off. Actually, let's do it the other direction. False. Otherwise, we just want to close it. Don't know why I'm doing it the other direction, but I think it's for some reason it sounds better to me. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Stilted Fish, I saw you left some stars there, my friend. I didn't realize that. Yeah, it's awesome. There we go. Like I say, using this Restream dashboard thing, and the chat's pretty good. I just can't see certain things from Mixer, it seems. Should be a solution. Should be a better solution for that. But I mean, it can't be easy to do that. So, in any case, let's see what we got here. Toggle menu, we're good. Okay, so build. Okay, so the pause menu is still present. I'd rather make that thing transparent or reapparent or whatever you want to call it. So you can bring it up and down. So it just makes it active, inactive. So if I cheat and do this, once you get the instance, make the instance.gameObject.set active recursive. No, let's just do set active is equal to false. We want it to default to that. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's try this again. And got myself the Spark Leader chat gives me the crown. Hey, that's awesome, man. That's pretty cool. Look at you. You're right up top there. Nice. There you go. I like that. I like that. That's pretty cool. Again, that's the stuff I love about Mixer, is that there's just a little bit of polish on it. I think Twitch has got a lot of baggage it's got to carry forward. So does that work for us? There we go. We got our pause button. Doesn't disable controls. Doesn't pause the game. Now, there's got to be a way to pause the game in Unity too. We're not going to worry about that one just yet, so I don't need it. There's nothing you can really do. I want to disable the controls. You know, you don't want to be able to handle the controls while you're at the pause menu up. You want to be able to shift between up and down, left and right on the menu itself. You want your input should be focused on the menu, not the game. So, if I go over to Unity, what game objects do I have? Just a general game object? I don't, do I? What? Oh, it's supposed to be going the other direction. Let's see, Restream chat. It says it's connected. It was working earlier before. Let's try it. Hold on. Testing. this relay. Okay, Mixer did not get it. Well, that sucked. Yes, it shows up on my screen. I can change it here. Hello. So when I write something in the restream relay thing, it shows up for everybody. But it's not actually retweeting it, eh? It's not relaying it. I gotta find a better answer for this. Because for me, it's critical that these... it's critical that the restream, the relay, the chat relay works. Otherwise, I don't really like the idea of I've been relaying on catching the Twitch chat as the flashes across your relay. Okay, so that, yeah, so that's the part I don't, that's one thing, but I want to show up in the actual chat windows, and it's not going from one to the other, hey? Is it going to YouTube? Twitch. Yeah, the mixer stuff is coming. Let's try the YouTube one. Hold on a second here. Trying YouTube. Does Mixer get anything? No, hey? Interesting. That's something I gotta start testing moving forward. I'll take a look at that, actually. YouTube isn't hitting Twitch. Oh, it's not, hey? Huh. It says it's supposed to be. It says it's initialized. But again, it is a beta product, and I mean, relaying chat can't be easy. But something I'll have to investigate a little bit further to figure out how to make that work. Because it's important to me to get the chat relay working. That's a critical thing. That's a must. That's a must. But in the meantime, we'll do it on. We'll just use Twitch chat for now. But that's a bit of a bummer. Thought it was working fine. Yeah. Well, here, let's type. I'm getting close to tying up the stream anyway. So let's actually do this thing. We're gonna do game controller. Put that right at the top. And we are gonna have... Do I actually need this? Let's just delete this. Hold on. Hold on a second. If I go back to my... So this has to be... Yeah. I need like a general spot to put scripts for the whole game. It's like I can see the YouTube chat here. So it's relaying chat to there, but it's not going to the individual. Maybe I have to set something for mod privileges or something like that. I'll have to take a look at that. So game controller. There we go. So we're gonna dump this right at the top, save it, and then we are going to. I don't know what that means in there. Hoodle? Hoddle? Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but don't know what that means. But there you go. Okay, let's add a game controller. Let's create a new script. And so we got HUD, player. Oh, is that what the... Oh! See, this is how lame I am. I don't know what the cool emoji or the cool text-based emoticons work. Well, hello. Yeah, this is... Yeah, what is... Yeah. What is this? This is my Gamedev stream there. So what I do is... So I'm David West, obviously. So what I do is I try to make a video game. I'm trying to live through a personal goal of mine. By Thursday nights I stream code, Sunday nights I stream gameplay and do analysis and stuff like that. So it's kind of a technical stream tonight. So I do development. It's what my day job is. I'm a software developer / architect. Been doing that for a long time. But I'm trying to make a video game, and I'm trying to learn as I go and share and document that as I go, and trying to do it in a healthy way where I don't quit my job and abandon my family and all this other stuff. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Game's called Vagabond right now. It's a hitchhiking game, and I'm trying to make a pause menu tonight. That's about it. So that's the whole thing. That's the gist of the stream, right? And actually tonight is the last Thursday night stream. I'm going to be moving them to Tuesday nights. So that way I got to update all my Twitch branding and all that stuff. I got a lot of little things to do. And I am not doing them because reasons. Let's just add a new folder here. Create a folder. We're going to call this... new folder is going to be called... we're just going to call it... Game? Sure. Have you got a command for the download link on... I don't yet. That's the stuff like I used to have one when I was just Mixer. Now that I've moved to Twitch, I need to. That's why I'm using Battissimo and I'm trying to get that going too. Like I got a lot of stream maintenance to do. Let's just do what we call it, application, and we are gonna create. Because yeah, the game is available for download. If I can put it here. That should be here anyway. Vagabond. If you want to download the game, you can check it out. It is here's the things I'll say about version 0.2. It is not fun, and you can't close it if it is in full screen mode. You have to do a kill. So there's nothing really to see. It's just a technical kind of milestone for myself. But you can always download it for OS X or that's just a Unity game. But you know, it's something I'm pretty proud of that I got that thing out the door. So. Let's see this. This is going to be called Application Controller. You can product test. Yeah, that's where. See, that's where the game analytics and stuff like that comes into play. And I know the easy way is to add Unity Analytics and just start using it. But I don't want to take the easy way out. I want to use something a little bit more fancy than that. What did I call this? Game controller? Or application controller? Right? Yeah. And in here, we're going to do I have a static class here? Is that what I have? Application dot quit. Okay, so we don't want to do that in the start, though. So maybe I can actually, rather than make this an application controller... Where did I put that? Let's just close this guy. Let's delete this. I changed my mind. This is the insomnia kicking in here. Application control application, and we want to do add new class. We're going to just call this exit controller.cs. Get rid of all of these things. We're going to be using Unity engine like that. We don't need a namespace apparently because reasons. Public class exit controller. And I want to do public static. I don't want public static. I want public void exit game. Okay, so that's all I need. I need to inherit this from mono. Do I need this to be a mono behavior? I don't know. I don't know if I need this to be a mono behavior, but we are going to find out. Compile it all together. What if we did the stupid thing? It's always good to try the stupid thing, right? This is called the exit button. If I drop my exit controller on here, Exit controller is here. Now we're going to have to move you up there, I think. We'll remove this component. And what I need... I need an exit button script. So the HUD. Add a class. Here we go. Exit button. Exit behavior. Let's try that. Nuke all of this stuff using Unity Engine public class exit behavior, which is a mono behavior. And from here, yeah, you know what? This doesn't matter. Actually, this is what I can do. I don't need this exit controller thing. Just because of the way the application class works, I can just do... We're going to change this to an exit button. I'm going to rename this class to exit button.cs, like so. And then we are going to serialize the field, and it is going to be... We need another library here. Unity Engine .ui. Perfect. And then from here we do private button, and then I do public void on. Wait a minute. Ugh, my brain's starting to melt. Start. Okay, we do button dot on submit. That's not right. What event do I have here? Can I just do this from code? Or what? I should just probably do this on... I want probably the pointer. On click. There's the on click event. Ugh. Let's just do public void exit game. I'm starting to get brain dead, so we're going to do application.exit quit. Is it quit? Player quits the application. Perfect. Okay. Now, if I go to my HUD, drop my exit button behavior onto there. So there's the button script I have. So I've added this thing twice. Let's remove that second time. Button, we're going to grab the button, scroll down, drag it to this guy. There's an exit button. And on click. That's what I want to have happen. This is I'm a bit rusty. Exit game. Perfect. So let's actually reset that. I don't need you. We're gonna just change. Let's just keep the name. I get so freaked out about all that stuff. Okay. But that's just the naming conventions and... Oh, did I name the class correctly? It's pretty easy to screw that stuff up. Okay, here we go. This should hypothetically close the game. Interesting. It's attached to Unity. Might have to build it and run it externally just to see if that actually works. Because I'm in the editor, I'm wondering if it won't work. Yeah, application.quit. So it's actually running it, but it won't actually quit. So let's actually see if it exits this time. If I go to build and run, see what happens here. It's not really adhering to my lovely zoomed in version. So there we go. We got the game. Alright, you can quit. That's good. That's a good sign. Let's change the text on that button, though. To be quit game. Perfect. That's it. We're good. Get status. Let's save everything first. This is not what I would call clean, but it's good enough. So let's do get stat for a prototype. Get commit implemented menu and pause button, which should close a bunch of stuff here. This actually ended up being more of a 3, it turns out. So 107, 104. Yeah, 107, closes 107, 104. Closes 104 and 107. Perfect. Oh, I should add files to it, though. So let's push an update out to my computer. Well, I need to download the latest version. You'll need to download the latest version. You'll need to uninstall. This is the thing that I realized pretty quickly, even for my own testing. I need a way to update people's stuff. And this is why I started really getting into like what services are out there for pushing out these things. I mean, Steam does it. We're going to talk about Steam in one of the future weeks. Actually, I'll probably talk about it next week because that's the one that I think is the most interesting because it's kind of the de facto standard for PC gaming. You see that the horror show and the controversy of Epic Game Store right now. But there are ways to push out updates using things like PlayFab, and that's the thing I got to look at. That's that live ops piece. So I got to look into that, but I'm hoping that soon we're gonna get that. But yeah, that's a good point, Stilterfish. Thank you for commenting on that. I was wondering if anyone else would care, but I want people to be able to just keep on cycling through it. Okay, add all. Commit the code. Git push. Actually, you know what we're going to do? So now that it's committed, let's just make sure it actually works. Let's stop debugging. Okay. Won't quit, but that's fine. Okay. Pardon me. Let's kill this thing. This is done. Let's just merge this into the dev branch. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. 1 second, everybody. The more and more I stream, the more and more I want to get one of those little stream boxes that people get from Elgato with all the little buttons on it. Help control your stream, your markers, all that kind of stuff. Where you can program all the buttons on it. I really need to get one of those just to mute my mic because I got to reach up. I got a hard device mic here with the mute button, but man, it is. I don't want to punch it because then I'm going to redline everything. Okay, so where was I before I choked on everything? We're gonna merge. Git checkout dev. Git merge feature pause menu. Great. Let's see if this actually works. Let it compile. Yeah, reload the scene, buddy. You're fine. Game controller. Oh, it doesn't have my script. Did I commit this to code? Yeah, change it. Reload it. I guess I don't need that, to be fair. HUD, pause menu. Okay, we're good on that front. Let's save that. Video and audio is out of sync on Twitch. Ah, shoot. That's no fun. We're gonna call it anyway in a second here. My stream, I think, is I think I'm pushing the computer a little bit too hard. That might be also, who knows, maybe that's what's it called? Something else there. So sorry for those of you that are watching where the audio's at things. Hopefully it fixes itself here. I'm not dropping any frames according to this, but I am restreaming through Restream, so. Oh, Mixer. You are so you are so lovely. You and your FTL. Okay, let's run the build to make sure it works. And then we'll tie things up here nice and tight, and we'll talk about what's going on, where you'll see me next. And yeah. Okay, so pause menu, good. Push escape, it comes up, so this quit button should work. So yeah, so we've got a pause menu. We did that pretty quick. So let's drag them there. Let's just move this over to a 2. This was actually not as hard as I thought it would be. Yay, 2 things done. Okay, awesome. So let's tie things up here. So what did we accomplish? First we did an episode of Dev Thoughts, right? So Dev Thoughts, we talked about game backends, game services. We had a really nice conversation with Chad earlier on Twitch. Lovely person by the name of Schmelly York. Love that name, Schmelly York. Gave us a good tip. Also, you should check out their game on itcha.io called Shipwreck. I might try to play that on the Sunday night stream because I love seeing community content. I love trying new things and giving it a whirl and understanding the design as we do on Sundays. And the second thing we wanted to cover tonight was the schedule shift. Right, so normally I would do Sundays and Thursday nights. We're going to change that. Content is changing a little bit. We're going to be doing Sunday night is a game design gameplay stream. Monday night, nothing. Tuesday night, another stream for game development. So I'm moving the Thursday night stream to the Tuesday night, and then Wednesday there'll be a video. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to see content from me. Sunday and Tuesday are the live streams. That's what really matters here. But I also post the segments, edited, cleaned up segments that we intro on Mondays and Wednesdays. So you're going to see that showing up on Instagram, and you'll see it showing up on YouTube and all that jazz. So that'll be pretty good. But yeah, we did a pause screen tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's fantastic. We had a really nice time in chat. Like I said, we pointed out a lot of things here, but if you want to find the game that I'm building here, you go to, I'm just gonna type it in the chat. I gotta fix my chat here. .itch.io/vagabond. You can go here to download the game. There's Windows and OS X versions. You will have to uninstall it if you want to just give it a whirl. And of course, I've also set up on that page. There is a community message board. So let's actually bring it up here for a sec. Oh, Magic Stew, how's it going, my friend? I'm actually just logging out, man. I had a whole night of insomnia, and I just finished my coding for the night. But I'll just gonna be quick here. Show the stream here. Let's go for, where are we? Where is my desktop? There we go. So if I go to Kokoboko Studios at itch.io.vagabond. You got this lovely little page. This is me logged in as the studio, or as me as an admin. But down here, I can't draw. I'm so used to using Edge. Over here, you can actually download the game. Now you will have to uninstall it. It was not code signed. It is a hard prototype. This is not interesting. And it's also, here's the drawbacks of my own game. It's not fun yet, and it doesn't do anything other than you can walk around. But technically, it's sound. The next version should have a little bit more content to kind of mess around. I'm trying to get that prototype down, so if you have any feedback, please come over here to the community section. If I zoom in a little bit, boop, let's go down. Oop, wrong one. I zoomed in really good, didn't I? If I zoom in a little bit, can I go? I can't go any further down? Really? Weird. Excuse that zooming, that mess. This guy over here, the community section, there's a feedback thread. Please feel free to throw whatever comments you want in here. I read it all. I'm the only person really monitoring this stuff, so it's always helpful. I'll put that link in here as well. So V0.2 feedback goes here. And yeah, that kind of sums up the whole spiel, the whole thing for tonight. So, Stu, you came here. I appreciate you coming by, my friend. It's bedtime where I'm at. Oh, man. But yeah, so again, what did we accomplish? Did our new episode of Dev Thoughts. Schedule is changing, so Sunday nights and Tuesday nights instead of Sunday nights and Thursday nights. Right? Sunday is gameplay, Tuesday will be now code night. That's starting next week. And then Mondays and Wednesdays you'll be able to find new videos up on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. But just to know, the raw highlights from these segments will be going up on Twitch first because, you know what, let's just do the highlights right away. Get that up there, so vive la Twitch. In any case, I'm going to call it. I'm going to go have a good sleep here, hopefully, tonight. Let's, fingers crossed. Thanks, Stu. Appreciate it, my friend. Hoping to see you Sunday night. Going to play some games. And, you know, you're always welcome. I'm always looking forward to good people coming by the stream. It's always, you're always welcome, my friend. You know, as usual, Stilterfish, you're awesome, man. Thanks for coming by. And Schmelly Orc, you're pretty fantastic. Thank you for the tips. We're going to be actually adding your heroic platform there for the Dev Thoughts show. We're going to be adding an extra week to that just because that looks too good to pass up. I want to look at something open source. I was looking for something alternative, so that's good. So I appreciate that. And also, I need to find a way to get feedback on what bugs I got in the stream. I gotta write this stuff down, man. In any case, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. I will see you on Sunday night, where we are gonna play something. We're gonna play something. Maybe we'll play Shipwreck. Discord channel. I do have a Discord channel. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I haven't gotten it all working the way I want. I am actually thinking, based on our experience tonight with the restream chat relays, it might be smarter to put them in, relay them all to Discord, because all of them seem to do that. So I think I might be doing that instead. And that way, if you want to participate in chat, you can go to the Discord. We can kind of follow up on there. But I got to do some digging onto that. Got a lot of stuff to do to get upgraded here. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a pleasant evening. If you do me a favor, actually, I did this all wrong. Scrap that. If you do me a favor and have yourselves a pleasant day and or evening, that would be greatly appreciated. Have yourselves a good night. We'll talk to you later.